I'll be having to take this just to calm me down a tad, little bit or two. So excuse the dude, but I'm a baby boo. Alright, so boom. Let's go ahead and get into the segment real quick. Now, before we actually get into the segment, I gotta point out 3 things. One is that I did realize as I, review the videos, I sometimes get amped up, and that's that multiple personality type thing, hey, just be happy fucked up, man. I'll be like, oh, cuz, I slapped the shit out your punk ass, but okay, so but I will, try to just like, calm it down just a tad little bit. But maybe I be fucked up like shit. And another thing I gotta point out, man, shout out to my real life supporters, man. I really fuck with y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? This is some real shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna cry like a little bitch, but I just want to most definitely give everybody a shout out and shit. Okay, now the next thing I gotta point out is that everybody can see. Boom. We ain't got no more 10 over there, okay, baby? So don't be asking me about my sunflowers. Don't be asking me about my sunflowers, okay? Now, moving over to the third thing. Now, this is a fucking highlight that I have to point out to everybody, all right? I most definitely gotta say something about this shit. Let me go ahead and take a break real quick because this right here is something real special to my heart. My Stoner jacket. As you guys can see, and ladies too, baby, I got the nice little weed leaf right here so everyone can see that yes, I am a stoner, okay, baby? Don't hold that against me because I am a great man. I most definitely do a lot of things out here, understand? Now, let me go ahead and take this off real quick. Boom. Because I get high and I can't remember what's on the back, so forgive me out there. But as you guys can see, and ladies too, baby, it says Wild and Green. Now let me go ahead and show you Baby Boy on the scene. Look at Baby Boy right there. Now at the bottom it says Fairly Wicked. That's about it. But I gotta show you Baby Boy, this bitch. He's rocking the bone box. I'm an 80s baby, okay? I know what that bone box is, and at the same time, not a snitch. I'm not a snitch, but Baby Boy is holding the J out this bitch, you know what I'm saying? And I thought that was some tight ass shit, so yeah. Now, a thing that I gotta point out about this Stoner jacket is that my homie B in the Bahamas, he got this for me as a great fucking gift. Now, the main reason why I had to point out this Stoner jacket is because he got on me about this shit and he was talking all this shit and I was like, well, you can pull the fuck up and get your jacket, bitch. Fly the fuck on over here, and by the time you get here, I'll be ready to spray the shit out your ass with some Bear Mason shit, you know what I'm saying, with both hands, and I ain't got no balance, so I just spray the whole fucking area and shit, you know what I'm saying, and then I'm gonna slap your ass, and then throw the jacket on you, bitch. But again, see, there we go. Bring it back a little bit, but yeah, I did have to point out this jacket because, you know what I'm saying, it is real dear to my heart. When it's time for me to get it clean, I don't throw it in the washing machine. I take it to the dry cleaners on the goddamn sink. You know what I mean? So yeah, shout out to my homie B. Yeah, I really fuck with the jacket and I appreciate this shit, as you can see. So, back to the real segment at hand. I had to take my uncle to court. And it wasn't recently. Let's go ahead and take everyone back in the time to the Nextel chirpers. I remember having that flipping shit, man. I thought I was a shit. It wasn't even no FaceTime on that bitch. I ain't know something. That was the moment, man. Like, Nextel chirp. Hey, where you at, cuz? I'm in the house. Okay, I just want to make sure you was here. But yeah, and we actually did live in the same house at the time, so I got approved for 5 lines, and I had a line, he had a line, and his 3 fuck ass buddies had a line. Now again, like even one of these motherfuckers want to pull up to the goddamn one of the cribs and shit, I'm ready to spray their ass with some Bear Mason. I just like to get that because my homie said that, hey man, motherfuckers gonna be pulling up on. I said, well, I'm ready, cuz, like, hey, do I look scared? I'm not. Hey, okay. But anyway, so they had the lines and all that good little shit, and I just had one line, so it was basically I just had to take care of my line, which was I think like $80. I think that they was really expensive back there. I can't really quote and tell you how much the Nextel bill, how much they charged out here, but I can tell you that the bill some type of way got to almost $5,000, okay? And I was like, what's going on with this shit, So he basically didn't want to pay none of the bill and felt as though he basically just stiffed me. Let's go ahead and get this shit. He stiffed me on the goddamn bill. So I took his ass to court out here. It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, I could fuck up his car, no type of shit, because we lived in the same house. So if I fucked up his car, it was easy for him to find me out there. So I went ahead and just took him to court. It was easy for me to serve him the goddamn papers because he lived in the house. So there you go. We get to court. I had this nice ass little letter drummed up and all this little shit that I presented and everything, and I lost the case. I lost the case. I don't know how, because his name was on the paperwork at Excel. His name was the code, like his name was on there, so like he can call and make additions or edits or whatever. So his name was on the account. So I was like, well, he's liable for some of these fucking charges. At least half of these motherfuckers, Judge. Like, are you smoking coke today? What the fuck is okay? What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, do you see what the fuck is going on here? So I had this nice old presentational letter, and I thought I still had this shit, but evidently I threw it out the trash, threw it in the trash, because I just, you know, just said fuck this shit. But I wish I did still have it, so I can show you guys that this is some real shit. I took his punk ass to court, and you know, like, I had to, and it was really kind of fucked up, because he's the one that made me kind of like get back into this shit, and he was like, man, look, you need to go ahead and do your YouTube thing, because you know you funny, cause you know you funny enough. You sitting the whole time like, yeah, motherfucker, well, what's up with some of that goddamn money you owe me, goddamn it? Like, you ain't even saying shit about that. When you talk, I need to get back on this, so y'all get some money and shit. You think we'll give you some of it when I get some of it? Fuck you, bitch. But again, so there we go. See, there we go. So I lost the case. I lost the case at the end of the day, and came out. This motherfucker has this nice old, you know what I'm saying, cheesy smile. His smile wasn't there like mine and shit, but he did have a little smile on his face out this bitch. And I was like, you know, okay, you know, life lesson learned. But what he failed to realize was that I am younger than him, and eventually there will be a time where as though he will not really be able to defend himself, and someone's gonna have to bring him soup. And when they bring him that soup, I will be right there to help him and add so much fucking salt to that shit that he's not gonna wanna fucking eat it out this bitch. And then you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna say, hey, you remember when you didn't give me no money on that bill? Remember the bills that you did when you remember I lost the case and you was smiling that day? I'm gonna slap him in the motherfucking mouth. And then when he gonna try to push the button, oh, you wanna push the button? Here's another slap in the mouth. And then when the nurse comes in and she says, oh, is everything okay? Yeah, he's tripping. I think y'all need to send him to the mental ward, because he's just in here slapping himself in the face and shit. You can see on it, you can see the redness. That's, yeah. So we need to go ahead and admit him. Yeah, and then when she leaves out, you know, and tries to go get all the paperwork done, I'm gonna be in there still slapping, you stupid motherfucker. That's what the fuck you get. You stupid. But I mean, like, I know to see. I mean, but again, you know, like, you know, that's why I'm always kind to my kids, and I'm kind to other kids, you know, because I don't want nobody to come back and fuck me up at the end of the day, you dig? You know, like, there's one day that, you know, like, you might not be able to defend yourself, you know, like, you might be fucked up with health, and, you know, you don't know what's going to come back to your ass at the end of the day. Karma is a real motherfucker, you know. So I'm just saying though, now I'm not saying that I'm actually going to do that shit, but it did cross my mind a tad a little bit. I'm just saying, of course I had the idea because I just told you guys the idea, but you know, I'm just saying out here, you know, like, you know, motherfucker on me for 4,500. You know, like, I can take my 5 now. I can take 5 off of it. But shit, motherfucker on me 4,500. You know what I'm saying? And goddamn, man, you know, like, I can forgive, but I be goddamn about to get that shit, you son of a bitch. That's 4,500. I ought to slap the shit the fuck out of him right now. Just pull up to his house and bam, you son of a bitch. You know what I'm saying? And then take the ass whooping afterwards out. And because, you know what I'm saying, it ain't no problem, man. Ain't no problem. Again, he's gonna get older one day, and I'm gonna put so much salt in his motherfucking Campbell's chicken noodle soup that he ain't gonna wanna eat that shit. He ain't gonna wanna eat that shit. Calm as a bitch. That's all I'm just saying and shit. I have not forgot about the shit. As if he sees the goddamn shit one day, okay, I don't give a fuck. Hey, you know, but I'm just saying, you gonna get old one day, man. You know what I mean? You done paid your tax, you done got your tax money a couple of goddamn times. Hey, you ain't even thought about mine. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say, okay? But hey, man, I hope I gave somebody a good little experience to laugh at and all that good little shit, because that really did happen. That really did. That really did. That motherfucking ton. I'm trying to tell y'all. You think I be lying about shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, people think that this, like, if it was a made up story, I would tell you at the end that you know what I'm saying? I was bullshitting. I was just bullshitting, you know. But nah, that shit really fucking happened. You know, okay, Captain, you know, like, yeah, that motherfucker drove that motherfucking ship right into the motherfucking ice and bow, crashed the shit. The son of a... Again, follow and subscribe. Hit the bell on the side. I see you guys on another motherfucking ride. I'm out this bitch.